Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're looking at a product from Galen leather that I really like, and it's these. So this is part of the stack and store stackable pen and ink tray system. So this is a really lovely pen storage system that Galen Leather sell, and as you can see, it holds a range of fountain pens, and these are pen trays that are stackable. So I can't show you the bottom, I've got pens in it, can't flip it up, but they stack beautifully in, and you can stack them as high as you want. And there's also an ink box, which is deeper, that you can get, which is just a plain wooden box that you can store your inks in, and these sit on top of that. Now, I also have the cover here, which is the acrylic panel in it, not glass, so it doesn't break in transit. But if I put that on here, all you get is a reflection of my light in my ceiling, and it becomes very awkward. So yes, there is a lid here. I will post a photo of the lid on it, but I wanted to talk about these. So these hold, as you can see, 11 pens each. You know, not 10 or 12, but 11, which is unique. I have two of the trays, so I have room for 22 in here. They're a laminated beech wood, and they've got like a flocked lining here, so your pens are nicely sort of protected. I have a range of pens in these trays just to sort of show you the kinds of pens they can hold, and I'll show a couple of extremes of them in here. But generally speaking, they will hold pens up from 2 centimeters wide to about 15.5 centimeters long. So you can fit a good range of pens in here. Like I've got the Jinhao X159, which is a pretty decent sized pen. Things like Pilot Custom 823 and 845, the Jinhao Dadao 9019, big chunky pens. And then over here, I've got some smaller pens, Sailor Pro Gear, Pilot E95S, Waterman Korean. You know, it's a range of pens, different sizes, different sort of girths and lengths. You can see they all fit really nicely. These are some longer pens, the Platypus Pens Model 20 and the Benu Pens Euphoria, and you can see there's no issue in terms of the length. Now, obviously, you are going to be limited to that sort of size, 2 centimeters by 15.5 centimeters for the pens, but generally speaking, standard pens all fit, and if they're smaller, it doesn't matter. These aren't for transit. These are for storing. So like you have these, you know, living on your desk or in a cupboard or, you know, in drawers, things like that. But as they are this stacking system where the bottom of the top tray fits neatly within, you know, the interior marks there, you can stack them quite high and quite safely. And of course, the tray being on top avoids touching the pens below as well. So there's plenty of room there. It's a beautiful, simple system. Like the wood grain is really lovely. The finishing and the make of it is all really great. And that's the basics of it. It's not a fancy system. It's just a beautiful system, and it's elegant, and I really love it. Okay, so some basic dimensions. The exterior dimensions are 30 centimeters by 18.5 centimeters, and it's 3 centimeters deep. So every one you add is another 3 centimeters of height. The internal measurements are 28 centimeters by 17 centimeters, and then 2.5 centimeters deep. So that's once again that sort of pen size that you're able to hold in it. If you get the ink box to go underneath it, it's still 30 by 18.5 and 28 by 17 on the inside, but it goes to 9.5 centimeters high with an internal depth of 8.5 centimeters. And just to put that into context, the Diamine 80ml bottles are around 7 centimeters, so they will fit, but a Robert Oster bottle is almost 9 centimeters, so that will be too tall for the ink box if you're wanting to stack pen trays or more ink boxes on top of it. So as I said, I have a range of pens in here: Sailor Pro Gear, Pilot Custom 74, Pilot E95S, TWSBI Diamond 580. I've got my Just Turnings Force Awakens there, the Waterman Korean, the Platypus Pens Model 20, the Euphoria model from Benu, the Cypress Ravishing, the Parker Duofold Centennial. I've got the Jinhao 100, which is the Centennial knockoff there. In the top tray here, I've got the Jinhao Dardale 9019, Pilot Custom 823, Pilot Custom 845, the X159 from Jinhao, the Pelican M805, the Diplomat Excellence A2, the Jinhao 159, the Leonardo Memento Zero Grande 2.0, Esterbrook Camden. I've got a Gravitas Pens acrylic back pen there, and I've got my Wancha Ebonite pen there. So, massive range of pens, different sizes, different girths, different lengths, and nothing is a problem for this case. So, as I said, most standard pens will fit as long as they fit within those basic measurements. So what do these cost? Well, we'll start with a tray without the lid. Without the lid is 77 Australian dollars or 47 euro, or about around the 50 US dollar mark. So that's just the tray, no lid, you know, if you're wanting to get more of those. The ink tray is also $77 Australian, 47 euro, around the 50 US dollar mark. And then if you want to get a tray with the lid, so with that, you know, acrylic topped wooden lid, that will cost 86 Australian dollars or 52 euros or 55 US dollars. So this has just been a very quick look. Let's quickly just talk about a couple of little pros and cons. Okay, firstly, a very personal one for me is the fact that it holds 11 pens. I like even numbers. So for me, 11 is a bit weird, but I suppose it just means I have to have multiples of 2 trays. Then the other issue is these are one of those products that are not always available. So go onto the Galen Leather website. If they don't have any, I'll link to their page for it here. If they don't have any, sign up for notifications, that kind of stuff. They do pop up regularly, but they're not always available. So many pros though. Firstly, lovely finish. It's all well made. It's all beautifully, you know, there's no sort of sharp edges. The tolerances are all really solid. You know, little handles underneath for sort of picking them up off each other. Just really lovely, simple finishing. The price, I think, is pretty good. You know, if you're wanting 10 of these, it's going to cost you close to 700, 800 Australian dollars. So you are investing, but it's a great way to store your pens in a safe and secure way. I really like the stackability. Like, I've just taken the pens out of the tray. You can see it there without them. And if I flip it over, you see it's got this like recess there, and that recess fits beautifully within the center of the lower tray. So the stackability is great. The versatility of it in terms of the size and the capacity of the pens it will hold. If it's a small pen, it's still going to fit easily. If it's a big pen, like, you've got to have a really large pen to not fit within this 15.5 centimeter by roughly 2-ish centimeter, you know, size. It's a great size. Also being able to put the ink box underneath, have it with a lid, without a lid, all of that kind of stuff. As I said, it holds good sized pens without any issue. It's also great for displaying and protecting your pens. So if you're wanting to put a bunch of these in a cupboard, stacked up in drawers, great way to store them, great way to protect them. But also with the fact that it's got a glass acrylic sort of cover there, if you wanted to display pens, let's say you're doing, you know, a pen show, or you know, let's say your fountain pen collection is the centerpiece of your coffee table, having this on there, great way to present them. Looks beautiful. It's a classy looking little unit. This was the Galen Leather stack and store stackable pen and ink trays. I've got the pen trays here from it. Really enjoy them, find them really useful, and just serve their purpose. And that's the main thing. These are items that serve their purpose and do it well. So thank you for watching. A big thank you to Galen for sending these out for review and to show you all. I really love the Galen Leather products. I've reviewed so many of their leather bits and pieces over the years, and I really enjoy them. I think they're a wonderful company, and the quality of what they put out there is absolutely first rate. So, as I said, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there's a way you would like to support the channel, I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your pens and all the lovely accessories, and I'll talk to you soon.